Welcome to Grade 10 Cookery Quarter 2, Module 3. To begin with, let us review what we have learned on our previous discussion. To begin with, what you have to do is you have to identify the different methods of preparing fresh vegetables and write the correct method on your paper. Number one is washing. Number two, peeling and cutting. Number three is soaking. Number four is washing, and number five is soaking. If you answered correctly, then that means you are ready to proceed with our next lesson for today. This is about presenting vegetables. This will be our learning targets for today. First, you have to state the factors to consider in plating vegetables. I can present prepared vegetables. I can observe hygienic procedures and practices in presenting vegetables. Essential factors of food presentation. This must be taken into consideration to be able to make your presentation an excellent one. First, your presentation needs cooking techniques and good preparation. Of course, everything starts at the beginning. The manner on how you started will determine how well you'll be finished. Second, professional skills. This should be developed in terms of day to day experience. Third, we have the visual sense. Visual sense, this is your sense of style, arrangement, and eye to make your food appealing to your customers. For the visual sense, it is composed into three segments. First, balance. You have to select foods and garnishes that offer variety and contrast. This should be applied to colors, shapes, textures, and flavors. Second, portion size. You have to match the portion size of the items on the plate. Balance the portion sizes on the items on the plate as what you are seeing in the picture. We also have the arrangement on the plate. One important thing is to keep in mind the convenience and comfort of the diner when plating. Many chefs display their creativity in plating presentation as what you are seeing for the visual sense. Plating styles with vegetable dishes. You will learn about one plating styles, which is the classical arrangement. What is classical arrangement? On the picture that you have shown, you can see that the main item is in front, vegetables, the starch items, and there are garnishes at the rear of the plate. The main item on the second picture is in the center, and the vegetable is being distributed around it. For the third one, the main item is in the center, and there is a neat piles of vegetables carefully arranged around. These are the classical arrangement. We also have a starch or vegetable item hip in the center, the main sliced and leaning up against it. These are the classical arrangement. There are some standard and procedures that we have to adhere in plating. First, we have to keep food off the rim of the plate. You have to select a plate that is large enough to hold food without hanging off the edge. In culinary, White plate is being used so that your plating will be visible. Second, you have to arrange the items for the convenience of the customers. You have to always arrange the best side of food on plate so that you can avoid letting the diner rearrange them before eating. Third, keep space between items unless they are stacked on one another. Arrange vegetable on plate that every item should be identifiable. The spacing is very important for a very good presentation. Fourth, the unity should be maintained. You have to create a center of attention and relate everything to it. Fifth, make every component count. Garnishes are not added just for color, but sometimes they are needed to balance a plate by providing an additional element. Six, you have to add sauce or gravy attractively on plate. Pour sauce around or under the dish or covering only a part of the dish. Always think of the sauce as part of the overall design of the plate. It is like integrating what you have learned on quarter 1, module 2 about sauces. And lastly, you have to keep it simple. As they say, simplicity is always the best. Avoid making food too elaborate. These are creative presentation techniques. An example is the vegetable purees. First, you have to cook the vegetables until soft and then you have to drain it. On your food processor, you have to process the vegetable to smooth puree. If you do not have food processor, then you can use a blender. Add melted butter or margarine, but butter will always be the best. Season it with salt and pepper and process again. You can add any other seasoning that may suit your taste. Add whipping cream, and you can use ice cream scoop or spoon so that you can shape puree on heat fruit plate and place it in oven or microwave until hot. Then you're going to have your vegetable puree. For your ribbon vegetables, as what you have seen in the picture, this is very detailed but attractively served. First, using a vegetable peeler, you have to shred the carrot, carve it and radish into long ribbons about 2.5 centimeter wide. You have to press it lightly with a peeler so the ribbons will be very thin. Then, toast the vegetable with butter or margarine to enrich its flavor. And lastly, cook it until tender and crispy using the dry heat method as what we have learned on quarter 2, module 2. For vegetable rings, you have to have a sharp knife and you need to cut 3 peppers, green, yellow, and red, and onion rings to make it colorful. Then you have to remove the core, seeds, and the membranes from the peppers. Then toss vegetables with melted butter or margarine. Cook until it's crispy. Then you're going to have your vegetable rings and onion rings at the same time. You can serve it hot or refrigerate it to serve chilled. That's all for today. These are my references and see you again next week. Bye.